Let's take a look at two Berettas. First off, we have the Beretta 81 and 32 ACP. Not loaded. Not chambered. Then we'll look at the Beretta Tomcat 3032. Also, not loaded. Not chambered. Both these guns are chambered in the very anemic 32 ACP. There are a lot better carry options out there than 32 ACP, but sometimes it's just fun to plink. And that's where these guns come in. I love shooting both these guns. There's something fun about shooting a gun this small. Like, this is an extremely tiny gun. It fits right in the palm of your hand. Fits in your pocket. If you wanted to carry that, like, you can get a little sticky holster, covers the trigger up, that slides in your pocket, and you don't even know you have it. This is a little bit bigger. This is a good mid-sized gun, but it also holds 12 rounds of 32 ACP. It's a double stack magazine. Whereas this is a single stack magazine. It holds 7 rounds. It's got one in the chamber. So you got 13 rounds on tap, and you have 8 rounds on tap with this. There's a big size difference. We'll go ahead and close this one up. This has a magazine disconnector on it. As you just saw, I couldn't drop the hammer. So you put a magazine in it. Then you can drop the hammer, get your mag back out. So you can't drop the hammer or fire this without a magazine in the mag well. Now, one of my favorite things about shooting the Model 81 is the fact that it has almost no recoil at all. We'll post some video of us shooting it, and my wife has shot this. She loves this. She absolutely loves shooting this gun, even though it has a wider grip that she cares for. The recoil on this is nothing. She can shoot this all day without any kind of fatigue, without hurting her hands. That was my bad. I'm going to shoot this right-handed because I keep dropping the mag out when I shoot this right-handed or left-handed. What's up, gun? All right. She's a little finicky. But we'll go to the 32 here. It's got the tip-up barrel on it. It's got a threaded barrel. You take that off, you can screw a suppressor or, put a small suppressor on it. I know some people use 9mm cans on these, and they're fairly quiet. The biggest thing about this is it's very hard to pull the slide back on this. Like, it's with the hammer down or hammer forward, it's really hard to pull that back. It's got quite a bit of tension on it. So somebody with weak hands or an older person or somebody that's not used to shooting, they could always take a loaded magazine, put it in the mag well, flip the barrel up, load their first round in, close it, and they're ready to rock. All they got to do is they can either do a double action pull on it, or they can do single action and leave the safety set and carry it cocked and locked. Now, 32 ACP is kind of hard to find. A lot of people are like, oh, you can find it everywhere. Usually I find like 1 or 2 boxes if I find 32 ACP in a store. Now, I reload for 32 ACP, and it's the cheapest caliber we have to load for if I have brass. And I've bought quite a bit of brass, and I've got a small ammo can full that I've reloaded in the past few weeks. So ammunition is not an issue, especially if you reload. But as far as cost of reloading, these are the 2 cheapest guns we have, 2 cheapest calibers we have to reload for. And they're probably 2 of the most fun pistols we have to shoot. If you can get your hands on one of these Beretta 81s, this one here is not in perfect condition. It's got scratches on it. It's been carried, it's worn. It's probably used by military or police in another country, because, we're not ever going to use 32 ACP as a sidearm for police officers. But some countries do. .32, like I said before, is extremely anemic. You might have 130 to 140 foot-pounds of muzzle energy. And out of the Tomcat, you're not supposed to shoot anything more than 130 pounds of muzzle energy through this. So my reloads are all loaded down pretty low. The velocity's low on those just to keep the keep it safe for my Tomcat. Now this can handle a little bit more of a load, but I don't really want to get those rounds mixed up, so I'm not going to load anything hotter than I can shoot in this for this. But they cycle the actions on both guns perfectly. Haven't had any issues at all out of this. Few little issues out of this. I think it's breaking it in. Now, unlike some of the 9mm Berettas and the 380s, this doesn't have a decocker on it. It's just a safety only. Now, the only biggest difference between this and this, besides the size and how the barrel tips up, the mag release on this is down here on the bottom of the grip. It's right there. And I shoot left-handed, so sometimes when I'm shooting this, it just did it. Like if I get a good grip on it, it'll pop the mag out. So I gotta modify my grip when I do shoot this. That way I'm right there instead of, you know, getting a real good purchase on it like I'd like to, and then the magazine pops out. So it's more of a right-handed shooter's gun. And if you like Berettas at all, if you like 32 ACP at all, hell, if you like guns, give us a like and a subscribe. And as always, stay safe. Thanks for watching, and let's take back our Second Amendment.